Hello students. If you are watching this video, it is because on page 5, which was the first time I was looking at text of any questions, you were not restating the question. And I don't know if it's because you were just rushing and being lazy, or if you truly do not know how to restate the question. So I'm going to take a couple minutes and I'm going to do a reteach video on this skill. My hopes is that after watching it 1 or 2 times, or me doing 1 or 2 questions, that will help you and I won't have any more issues with not restating the question. If it continues to be a problem, then you're going to be doing a lot more practice work in class. So let's get started. So our first question, it says on page 10, according to Mark Kurlansky, who is causing the problem? Now, to do a proper restate, you need to use as many words from the question as possible. So we should be starting with, according to Mark Kurlansky, we're going to keep that, and then causing the problem, we're going to keep that as well. So over here in your answers, you should start off with, according to Mark, and I'll let you shorten it to Mark K, put a comma there. People are causing the problem. We don't need to give any text evidence or use any good vocabulary there because that's going to be handled in the next sentence. Right now, we just replaced, if you look over here, who is, we're replacing that with the answer, which is right here, people. That's how we're replacing that. And then from here you go on and you give your text in a separate sentence. In the text, it states, comma, quotation marks, but this is the story of how the earth could be destroyed by well-meaning people. ... That's it. That's all I'm looking for. 2 sentences. The first one is an RTQ. The second one is your text evidence. So let's go to the next one. So we have, according to Mark Kurlansky, how long could it take for the fish we commonly eat to be gone? So we're going to use this according to Mark Kurlansky. I'm going to highlight that for you. And then could take for the most of the fish we commonly eat to be gone. So here we go. According to Mark K, it could take, now here the answer is 50. That's what our text evidence is going to say. So I'm going to say it in a different way, not giving away the answer, otherwise you're just repeating yourself. So I'm going to say, according to Mark Kurlansky, it could take a number of years to, or let's do this, for most of the fish we commonly eat to be gone. And then our text evidence gives us the answer. In the text it states, most of the fish we commonly eat, most of the fish we commonly know could be gone in the next 50 years. That's right from the text. So we're just substituting in. Now we could do, instead of a number of years, you could say a short few years or in half a century. I don't care what you put in here as your answer, but it needs to, I would even take 50. It's not the best writing, but I would take it. The best writing would be some little phrase there that kind of alludes to the fact that we're going to have a number there, just like what we did with people up in the top section. So I just want to, let me underline this, and people, because those are kind of alluding to the answer, but they're not giving us the direct answer until we get to the text evidence. All right, Now the next one kind of goes back to question number 2. So I'm actually going to skip that because I want to give you good examples. Let's go to number 4. According to Mark Kurlansky, how did the Industrial Revolution change things? Okay, so we're going to keep the according to Mark Kurlansky. And then how did it change things? Okay. According to Mark Kurlansky, the Industrial Revolution, actually those should be capitals. Industrial Revolution changed things by, and then here is, you're going to give your answer. The answer is shifting from handmade to machine-made items. So by, maybe we can say like making production faster by increasing the speed of production of many items. So here's how I changed or gave the answer without giving away what's going to happen in the text evidence. And then I can go on. In the text it says, and this is where my quote comes, the Industrial Revolution beginning in the 18th century and continuing for the next 120 years shifted production from handcrafts to machine-made factory goods. Okay, we got one more to do. According to Mark Kurlansky, what does the survival of the planet survive on or depend on? So we're going to do according to Mark Kurlansky, the survival of the planet depends on, here we go, according to Mark Kurlansky, the survival of the planet depends on, and then I think the text is talking about how we need to make some changes. The people need to make changes. So depends on how we make changes. In the text it says, the survival of the planet will depend on how well these changes are handled. Okay, that's it. Now, as you're looking at your paper that you just got back compared to what we did, can you see the difference in the writing? What's on the screen is what you need to be doing. This is 6th grade work. We are 7 months out of 10 into school. We have been talking about RTQing since September. If you are getting RTQ handwritten on your paper, you are not meeting a basic 6th grade skill for English. So you're not showing to me that you are ready for 7th grade work if we cannot handle restating the question. So this video is an attempt to show you properly how to do it. I gave you 4 examples of a proper answer, and starting today on today's classwork, this is how your work is to be done. If it is not done this way, there will be more instruction and more practice during class time so that you can understand how to use this skill, because it is essential. You are to be using RTQ in social studies, in science class, in reading class, any class that asks you to have a written short response. This is what you need to be writing each and every time. When we get to a test, when you get to the state test, when you take tests in reading class or in my class, you need to be using this skill. This skill alone will get you probably half credit on most of your answers. So keep that in mind. So now the video is over. You're going to go and you're going to do your classwork and make sure that you are restating properly.